This lesson is about AR verbs. Verbs are words that express actions. Here are a few examples of AR verbs. Hablar, to talk, cantar, to sing, estudiar, to study, escuchar, to listen, practicar, to practice, trabajar, to work, descansar, to rest, and bailar, to dance. Action verbs in the infinitive form don't say who is performing the action. For example, hablar, to talk. It doesn't tell us who is talking. In order to state who is performing the action, we need to conjugate the verb. Conjugating a verb means we change it into one of its 6 forms to say who is performing the action. There are 6 different verb endings for AR verbs in the present. We have the yo form, which ends in O. We have the tú form, which ends in AS. We have the él, ella, or usted form, which ends in A. We have the nosotros and nosotras form, which ends in AMOS. We have the vosotros or vosotras form, which ends in AIS. And then we have the ellos, ellas, and ustedes form, which ends in AN. So in order to conjugate these AR verbs, we are going to take off the AR from the end and we are going to replace it with one of these endings, depending on who the sentence is about. For example, if I am talking about yo, which means I, and the sentence is about myself, then I'm going to take off the AR ending and I'm going to replace it for an O. For example, for the verb hablar, it would turn into hablo. Yo hablo, which means I talk. These are the steps I would do in order to conjugate in the yo form. I use the O ending. Tú is the informal way to say you. You use it when speaking with close friends or people who are close to you in age. For this form, we use the ending AS. For example, if I have the verb hablar, I am going to take off the AR and replace it with AS. Now I have hablas. Tú hablas, which means you talk. When speaking about él, ella, or usted, which means he, she, or the formal way of saying you, we are going to take off the AR and we are going to add the A ending. So for hablar, we would take off AR, and when we add A, now we have habla. Él habla, he talks. Ella habla, she talks. Usted habla, you talk in the formal way of you. For the nosotros and nosotras form, which means us, we use the ending AMOS, amos. So for hablar, we take off AR, we replace it for amos, and now we have hablamos. Nosotros hablamos or nosotras hablamos. We talk. Vosotros and vosotras is the way to say you in plural. However, this is only used in certain Hispanic countries. Usually we use ustedes. People from places such as Spain will use vosotros and vosotras to refer to you all. This is how you would conjugate verbs in the vosotros and vosotras form. You use the AIS ending. So for the verb hablar, we take off the AR, we add the AIS, and now we have habláis. Vosotros habláis, vosotras habláis. Lastly, we have the ellos, ellas, and ustedes form. That means them or you all, plural. For that, we use the an ending. For hablar, we take off ar, we add an in its place, and now we have hablan. Ellos hablan, ellas hablan, ustedes hablan. Ellos hablan and ellas hablan would mean they talk. And ustedes hablan would mean you all talk.